So good evening again. I mentioned earlier that my wife's involved with everything that I'm involved in. So one time, a couple weeks ago, she said to me, listen, if you need some time to do something alone, that's okay. So I said, yeah, that would be a good idea. I do need a little time alone. So she said, where are we going? Why do I tell you that? This past July, I had the distinct privilege of spending 2 weeks with my wife in Israel. And on Friday night, I stood at the Western Wall and I looked around and I saw Jews of every background and walk of life gathered together in prayer and song. It was deeply moving, but at the same time, I thought of the Torah's words from that week, it was the Torah portion, the biblical portion of Balak, where Balak the Moabite king hires a person to curse the Jews. And one of the things he says is, Am levadad yishkoin, that we are a nation that dwells alone. You see, throughout history, we have often felt that sense of aloneness, standing apart, sometimes even standing against the tide. So how meaningful is it when we discover that we are truly not alone? When friends like Senator McCormick stand firmly against anti-Semitism, when they lend their voice and leadership to support Israel, we feel as a community uplifted and strengthened. Senator, your work on the Senate committee that oversees policy towards Israel is itself a reflection of your unwavering commitment to the Jewish people and to the state of Israel. It was truly heartwarming to read the letter that you wrote together with Senator Fetterman. Such moral clarity. You spoke about the Chabad houses that have been vandalized, entrances to Hillel buildings that have been targeted, and you urged the universities to do everything in their power to protect Jewish students who are there to learn and to study. Your words give strength and reassurance to the Jewish students and families who deeply need to know that their safety matters. They tell a joke of in the Russian army, there was a colonel, and he had this brilliant private. His name was Igor. He was excellent. He had one problem, that he drank too much. So the colonel says to Igor, he says, Igor, if you stop drinking, you'll be a colonel just like me. To which Igor replied, when I drink, I'm a general. Your book, which you wrote with your wife, and which we're going to give out tonight, everyone can pick one up on the way out, Who Believed in You, captures a message that is central to yeshiva schools. You talk about how Coach Tom Lynn not only saw your ability as a football player, but he saw your leadership skills and qualities, which led you to West Point and ultimately changed the trajectory of your life. For more than 80 years, yeshiva has believed in every child, that no student should feel alone, that each one should feel supported, valued, and capable of greatness. Just as you remind people of the power of having someone believe in them, we make that belief the heartbeat of all our classrooms, every student a general. Just as we believe in our students, yeshiva has also been a believing presence in Pittsburgh. We're rooted in Squirrel Hill and now expanding into Greenfield. We are not here for ourselves alone. We are dependable neighbors, partners in strengthening our city, and builders for the generations to come. Despite the anti-Semitism we have faced, we declare to the world, we are here to stay. We will continue our sacred mission, bringing the light of Torah and Judaism to a world too often darkened. As the Lubavitcher Rebbe once explained, our leader, our aloneness is never abandonment. On the contrary, it's a source of our strength, the call to remain resolute, steadfast, and strong. So, Senator, the very best way to express our appreciation to you is not by me speaking anymore, but through the voices of our students. Because yeshiva at its heart is about the students, their smiles, their growth, their joy, and their song.